Hello and welcome to the Lowdown, the official Download Festival 2013 TV show. We're 7 episodes in now, it's mental. We've already brought you the likes of Corey Taylor, Bullet for My Valentine, 30 Seconds to Mars, Asking Alexandria, Enter Shikari and a ton more. You can catch all of those previous episodes on the Download Festival YouTube page. Why wouldn't you want to do that? This week we've got our back crap crazy mate Liam Cormier. Back crap, you know, we're catering for the daytime crowd. Liam Cormier from Cancer Bats joins us, plus all-round good guys, fearless vampire killers will be joining us as well. Plus the usual, what would Bruce do? What would Bruce do? Your requests and shout-outs and the Downloads Big 10, where we'll be giving away a pair of tickets to one lucky winner. We're a matter of weeks away from the main event now. That's right, Download's almost here. You know the date, June the 14th to the 16th. Get those tickets snapped up, seeing as it's just gone payday. If you can't afford it, you can always beg, borrow or steal. Well, don't steal, you can win. Win tickets. We told you how to do that. You're going to be able to do it later on in the show. Keep an eye out. Right, from the main stage, playing just before Slipknot on the Friday of this year's Download Festival, this is Bullet for My Valentine with Scream Aim Fire. That was Bullet for My Valentine. We'll be bringing the pyro to Download next month. Next month? God, it sounds so weird saying that. Right, now, let's get international all over your boing. If you want to see this next band at Download, and trust me, you do, get to the Pepsi Max stage tent way before they're set on Saturday night of this year's Download Festival, as it's guaranteed to be rammed. This is Cavell Attack from their incredible album, Mia. This is Bran Bren. Do you reckon I've said that right? They'll tell me if they are. No, vote of no confidence. That was Cavell Attack with Bran Bren, or banana bread as we call it here because we're uncultured oafs. You lot should know by now I'm terrible with foreign languages. Doesn't stop you putting them in the bloody script every week though, does it? Right, we'll be back after the break with Cancer Bats and the Downloads Big 10, where you guys get the chance to say something bonkers and we might reward you with a pair of download tickets. See you after the break. Right, welcome back to the Lowdown, the official Download TV show with me, Beez. Right, now it's time to chat with Liam from Cancer Bats. Cancer Bats going to be raging on the main stage of this year's Download Festival on a Sunday morning, providing the weather don't get in the bloody way this year. Welcome, Liam Cormier from Cancer Bats. Yeah!
Download.
So, Download Festival.
2013.
2013, but we're going to talk about 2012.
Last year.
The rain.
Yeah.
The rain come tumbling down.
Dealing with.
And crushed.
The realities of a mega festival. And
like,
what a ton of rain means.
How did it start? Like, talk us through, like, a day in the life of the Cancer Bats. Like, the morning, starting of the morning, so you get there.
We roll in, we drive in. I forget where we were coming from, but probably someplace epic.
But you'd been doing X-Wound at the time as well,
Yeah,
right?
I was doing double duty that whole summer, so I want to say we drove from Austria.
Right.
Like, we had finished,
Whoa.
and we came from Austria, and I think my guys even left early.
Right.
Because I had to stay and do the X-Wound set.
Yeah.
And then I think I flew later on with Matt, because he had to come back too. Oh yeah, because we were doing we had to get there to do crazy press and do all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that was during my double duty. So I show up in the morning to meet the dudes at probably 11 o'clock or maybe earlier, 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And getting all set up, but we knew there was obviously tons of rain, tons of mud. Everything's kind of getting figured out. And
did you have Wellington boots at the time?
I did. I had a pair of wellies that while she sleeps actually gave me. They were doing a
Northerners, they used to it.
Yeah, they know how to roll. And they were doing a welly run. So they were like, we're going to go buy a ton of boots. Do you want some? And I was like,
killer.
Yes. So I had my wellies on. I was prepared. But yeah, we were all loaded on stage and we were just kind of hanging out. And they just kind of came up to us and they're like, hey, there's a bunch of stuff that's still getting figured out, basically safety issues for, this huge festival. And they're like, we may have to push your set. Or they were really upfront, you may have to get canceled. And we were just like, cool. That's fair.
If ever there was an entrance into the mindset of you guys, for people who don't know you personally, that's it. It's just well, we'll make it work.
That happened. And yeah, and they were literally like, you guys can't play. And we were like, totally cool.
Yeah.
For us, it was just you're gonna have so many people come to this festival, and you have some areas where you're worried that it might not be safe. We're just I'd way rather have everyone be safe, people not die, and everything be cool than us to play our set. And
Yeah,
we
exactly.
were we know we're gonna figure it out anyways.
Yeah.
So it's It's going to be worked. And everything did work out. I mean, it ended up working out, I feel like, in some ways better than if we had actually played.
Yeah.
Because like we got to play with Billy Talent, which was the best.
Like, how did that come about? Like, because you came on and did one song during Billy Talent's set. Like, they just gave you the instruments, right?
But when we found out that we weren't gonna play, we were just like, oh, we might as well go eat lunch. Like, we were just like, I guess we'll go check out catering. So we went and ate lunch, and we saw the dudes at Billy Talent. Yeah. And they were there when we found out that we weren't gonna play. So they were like, oh, same thing, super cash. Just come and play during our set. Man. Just come play in the middle. It'll be cool.
What's a rating out of 10 for Download catering? I've never had it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's definitely good.
It's the correct answer. They're definitely not going to spit in your food now.
Yeah, exactly. No. It's definitely like, it's rad. Yeah. I mean, you get, like, I'll say sometimes you'll go to, like, catering in, like, Japan, and it's, like, the most insane thing you've ever seen in your lives. And you're like, I don't even know how someone's going to eat all these cakes. This is incredible.
The guys in Shikari spoke about eating horse tongue.
In Japan?
In Japan.
At catering?
Horse tongue.
I didn't even get to the horse tongue section of catering. I was just like, there was so much food. We were actually at the same festival with Shikari.
Oh, no way.
That's how I first met them.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Was like festival hangs. But,
sorry, Billy Talent.
Billy Talent. Download Festival, Billy Talent, friends with everybody. Yeah. They were like, come play our set. And we were like, totally cool. And then at the same time, we found out we could play after Gallows. And Gallows were just like, dude, same, they're bros. Yeah. They tour. They were just like,
You've done loads of those like tiny shows together and stuff.
So they were like, you can use our gear. You can do whatever you
amazing.
Want. Yeah. We were like, oh, it'll be fine. So we showed up to play like after Gallows, and literally they finished their set, killed it. Wade's like covered head to toe in mud. Like, it was so awesome. And then nobody left the tent though. Like, it was like their set finished, and everyone was there and knew that Cancer Bats was gonna play afterwards. So they were just like, well, we'll wait around. So we loaded really quick, and we ended up like asking the stage manager if we could play longer. So we got to play like a 40-minute set, and like everyone was stoked. Yeah, and the vibe was just like the best.
Was it insanity in there as well? Especially like
it was just really cool because everyone was there for like the same reason. Like the people had found out, they were down. I mean, I know tons of people like ended up having to miss the set because we heard about that afterwards. Yeah. Tears. But I was like, everyone who did make it, like the tent was packed. We all had a party, and it was just the best night.
And those people that did cry get to come back this year and see you on the main stage.
Yeah. Don't cry.
Are you used to big main stages now? Because you did Reading like last year, did the big stage there. Like, is it how does a Cancer Bats show that's usually chaotic and people falling all over each other and onto the stage translate to a massive stage?
I mean, it's still chaotic, and the people are just falling all over each other further away. Yeah. We definitely make like all of security earn their money, especially nice and early. Like at Leeds and Reading, like Def Havana finished, and maybe like one person crowd surfed. Yeah. And kids were stoked and singing along, and then we played, and it was just like night and day. Like chaos. Kids are just like coming over top. But I'm always like, the dudes in the pit, like the security guys, they're always like rad guys who are from like metal and stuff. So I feel like in a way they're like having fun. Like at least getting to like, I think because we're early in the morning too, they're not burnt out. So like, this is awesome.
Well, they will be afterwards.
Yeah. I think maybe by Sunday at Download, we're gonna have to we'll have to wake them up. This is like my call to arms to like everybody.
Oh yeah?
Like, we should probably wake up all the security.
So you're the equivalent of like a can of Relentless.
Yeah, exactly. We're like a large coffee for them.
Here's a reason why. Bricks and Mortar, stick around. Liam's gonna be answering your questions on the Lowdown.
Yes!
Yes! More from Liam later in the show when he'll be back to answer your questions. Remember to check the Scuzz Facebook page, addressed down here as always, to submit your questions for the next band that's going to be gracing us with their presence on the Lowdown. Right, time for us to showcase how crazy our Facebook massive are. That's right, it's the Download's Big 10. There's such a good one this week as well. This week, we looked for you to incorporate a band's name with a food. So like Dimmu Burgers, Kung Polar Chicken, we like that, Ham of God, etc., all of that. We've handpicked 10 great answers. Only one can win a pair of tickets to this year's Download Festival, and let's see who's done it. Number 10, Chloe Yates Bramley says pancake at the disco. Brilliant mental image there. Number 9, Jason Morris says banana varna, like banana rama, but in a stripy sweater. Number 8, Ellie Smith says beefy Clyro. I was laughing at that for ages. Number 7, Steve Everett says Porkway Drive. Sounds like a ladies' bits. Number 6, Vicky Lou Mills says chip knot. Number 5, Adam Kyle, I think I'm in trouble for that, Eggadef. Number 4, Adam Meseda says Bagels of Death Metal, very good. Number 3, Patrick Joyce, Pantera Masu. Number 2, Richard Owensworth with Quiche of the Stone Age. And number 1, by an absolute mile winner this week. If we could have given him all of the tickets we've already given out in one hit for this one answer, we would have done. Matthew Littler, Five Finger Munch Bunch. Oh, yeah, full round of applause all round. Brilliant work, mate. You're going to download. Right, that's it for part 2. Still to come, Liam from Cancer Bats comes back to answer your questions. A chat to fearless vampire killers, plus what would Bruce do? And of course, your shout-outs and requests. See you in 4 minutes. I'm off for a wee. I'll race you. Ready? Go. Right, welcome back to the Lowdown, the official Download Festival TV show right here on Scuzz TV with me, Beez. Still to come on the show, Liam from Cancer Bats answers your questions, what would Bruce do, plus your requests and shout-outs. Right now, though, it's time for me to catch up with those lovely blokes in Fearless Vampire Killers. They're nice for goths. First ever time we've had returning guests on the Lowdown. I'm pretty sure Kieran Lawrence, Fearless Vampire Killers. How's things?
Good. Wonderful.
Things are very good.
So, last time we spoke to you, you hadn't been to Download before.
Yeah.
So, describe your first Download experience last year.
It was brilliant. It
Colourful.
Yeah. Mostly trying to work out how to get alcohol without having money.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
We realised that there's that media area thing, isn't there? Where
Yeah.
for like an hour a day they have like free booze. You know,
Like, gone, like in a heartbeat. That like this fridge is it's a huge fridge that just gets cleared out in about 10 minutes flat.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
So did you do the old switcheroo with passes?
I don't
Not
know.
too much, we're quite well behaved.
Yeah, we are well behaved. We've made friends with a security guard who we're now still in contact with.
Really?
Yeah.
Not 836.
That wasn't 836.
No.
That's the famous one. I heard about that the other day.
Oh, really? No, yeah, we just like, I guess we just wandered about. We didn't want to get in people's way, you know, because we're just like little scallywags back then. Hopefully this time we'll be able to sort of strut about.
Might even have some mates.
Yeah.
Does it feel like things have come on a lot in the last 12 months as well? Because
Yeah.
from afar, it certainly feels that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. It's just
We know how to play our instruments a little bit more.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we know
That helps.
I think just people have started to take notice of what we're doing, because last time we played Download, we were completely unknown. Whereas this time, you know, we're headlining the stage, and this, I think people are starting to take notice and go, hang on, they might actually be a good band, you know, and that's pretty cool.
And do you feel like things have ramped up a bit since the Crank tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
did. We just got off our own headline tour, and it was like bonkers.
Yeah, completely.
You know, people were crawling up the walls.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think, you know, obviously.
Quite literally, because was that quite literally? Because I know goths and that, like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
quite
vampires,
literally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, loving
Up the
it.
walls, yeah. The old king of goths there. Yeah. No, yeah, it's been, since the Krang tour. Obviously, the Krang tour just gives you exposure to, you know, probably like 20,000 people. So, yeah, we've got like loads of people coming that had never heard of us before Krang tour.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a bit to owe to that, really.
Does it add an extra pressure this time, coming like with being headlining one of the stages?
Yeah, lots of pressure, because we're trying to work out what we're going to do to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Haven't we?
We've got a few tricks up our sleeve. I think it'll be lovely. Like, we're going to infuse it with our own kind of like flavour, I think. Yeah, make it a
Garlic
bit fun.
flavour.
Yeah, garlic.
Obviously.
Garlic. Yeah, and just, you know, the good thing about headlining is we can bring in our own kind of production to a degree.
Yeah.
So we can kind of make it a bit more our own, rather than just like, quick, get on here and use these amps that aren't yours and just try and make it not sound rubbish.
Yeah. And like being a visual band as well, do you have like special things in mind that's like something you haven't done before? Or?
Yeah, I still want to rip my heart out, because I wanted to do that last time.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm still
I've
trying
actually
to...
talked to a few people about that, so maybe we can make it
Yeah,
happen.
maybe we can make it happen this year.
No, well, actually in a Dumb and Dumber style.
Yeah, definitely. Put it in a doggy bag.
And so, Friday night, Red Bull stage, Fearless Vampire Killers. Shall we play Diamond, Dust and Crimson Rain?
Yeah,
Why not?
do it.
Go on then, let's do it. Time for the fan questions you sent in for Liam from Cancer Bats. Remember to head over to the Scuzz Facebook page, addressed down here, to see who's in next for your questions. Right now, though, is our mate Liam answering your questions. Questions! Yes, questions
Hit
for
me
this
with
guy.
it.
Right. Malachi Kane Shine asks, if you were a film character, which one would you be?
Out of any film?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, any film.
Any film ever?
Ever.
That's a huge question.
It is. It's a wide field.
I don't even know.
I'm trying to think of someone who'd be good and suitable for you, but
I was like, if I could be any film character
who'd play you
ever?
in a film of your life? Who'd play you?
Oh, is that kind of like?
No. I'll flip the question because that's way too wide.
Who would play me?
Who would play you?
I'd get Danzig to play me.
Danzig? I was going to go with Samuel L. Jackson, but
Samuel Jackson to play me? That'd be the best.
It'd be a good Liam. Courtney King asks, why did Matt Tuck cut his hair?
I don't know, actually. We all, like, as frontmen, you always think about that.
Oh, yeah?
You always have those times. Because I think the biggest thing was, like, downtime from tour.
Right.
Because when you're on tour and you have long hair, you're like, this is the best. I headbang every day, and it's so awesome when you're playing live. But when you're not on tour, you're like, same reason why I grew my sides out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, I don't have a mohawk anymore.
Yeah.
Because we were off tour for 6 months, and I was just like, well, I'm not shaving my mohawk. I'm lazy. I'm at home.
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything. So then eventually all my hair grew out. So I had the inverse. My hair got long. But I think Matt was probably just, like, chilling out and being like, I'm going to change my hair.
Yeah.
No, I'm not headbanging. Because you don't think about it when you're not, headbanging. So.
How long?
But I think it looks good. Do you guys? I don't know.
It looks good.
I think it looks good. I think it's cool. I like changing stuff up. Same with me having long hair. I'm like, I think it looks good.
How long did you stay hawk for when you were off the road?
I've had a mohawk since 2007.
Yeah.
Was like there was a gap too in 2006 to 2007 where I cut off my mohawk and had a normal haircut.
Wow.
And then we went back on tour and I was like, mohawk forever. But that was really just 2012.
I have zero hair. I can't even join in here. Remember
even
that
a little
time
bit?
where I had no, man, I'm done. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's gone.
Jeez. I've never seen you without a hat.
No, neither have they. That's
the first time.
proper exclusive.
Yeah. Huge download exclusive.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I've been waiting for, man. Archie Farah says, is there a special place in hell for people like me?
For him?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Really?
Well, I hope that he's been a good dude and he's not bumming people out to wish him to a special place in hell.
There you go.
But I don't know. Maybe he's bummed somebody out and he's going there.
There you go.
He can run into some of the bad people in my world.
I like the way that he said that he made you judge, jury, and executioner about whether he goes to hell or not.
Yeah.
Like you could have just totally gone like.
I'm like, no,
Gone
it's
to
up
hell.
to you.
It's all good. Alexander James Heron asks, if you were in a face-off situation like Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, who would you want to swap your face with? Remember, you're taking on the actions of this other person, and they are now attempting to fill your boots in cancer bats. So if you had to do the face-off,
I'd face off with Lady Gaga.
Yeah?
I'd do a Lady Gaga face off.
Amazing. I'd like you to trade voices as well.
Yeah.
She'll be all like, paparazzi!
Yeah.
And you'd be like...
She'd be singing Cancer Rat
crooning.
songs. Yeah, and I'd be brutalizing Lady Gaga, bumming everyone out in like a huge gown made out of light bulbs.
Stadium of people.
Yeah. I'm just like, paparazzi.
Bailey Stickers Evans wants to know what your worst ever stage performance was. Do you ever remember one show
that was
where
really
everything
bad?
Fell apart?
No, everything's been perfect.
Always. Yes.
Actually, I know exactly. There was a one time when we had played Tea in the Park in 2008, and we basically flew back to Toronto, got in the van, and drove straight to Milwaukee.
Wow.
Which is a long
Yeah,
drive
it's
for
brutal.
those in the UK that don't know. And so it was like us like swapping out driving all night, sleeping a little bit. And it was like when we toured as like a 4-person, like just the 4 of us.
Yeah.
So we did all the driving ourselves and everything. We were just like, ugh. And we get to Milwaukee in time, we load our gear on, and this is the first day of our tour with Bullet for My Valentine. We're pumped, get on stage, and we start playing, and Scott starts playing one song, and Mike starts playing a different song.
Oh, man.
And because everyone's so like, I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And it was like 2 clashing songs at once. And we had to just like slug our way through it and then just be like, okay, we're gonna just reset and start fresh, but like so jet lagged and like crazy brain.
Well, that's not going to happen. On the Sunday download on the main stage.
Luckily, we've come a long way since then. We all play the same song all the time now.
There you go. Look forward to it.
Yeah, it was definitely a funny moment.
Hell Destroyer, cheers for coming in, man. Yeah! Oh, God, it's so hard. Yes, it's time for What Would Bruce Do? I've started doing the What Would Bruce Do voice around the house. It's really annoying. Iron Maiden's very own Bruce Dickinson is given a set of scenarios and we want you to guess which option he goes with. This week, we asked him another deep and meaningful question. Would he rather have a rewind or a pause button on his life? What would Bruce do?
Oh.
While he's thinking about it, we'll go to an ad break. Which do you think he goes with? Hit us up on Twitter now, @ScuzzTV, and the hashtag is WWPD. The answer will be coming up right after this. Welcome back to the final part of the Lowdown. Earlier, we asked Bruce Dickinson, Iron Maiden singer and all-round heavy metal legend, if he would rather have a rewind or pause button on his life. You've had your say on Twitter, but here is what Bruce would actually do. What would Bruce do?
Possibly a fast-forward button.
And who can argue with that, Bruce? Right, more What Would Bruce Do next week. Iron Maiden will, of course, be bringing the thunder, not literally, we've had enough rain to download over the last couple of years, to download on the Saturday night of this year's Download Festival. Made in England, baby. Sorry for sounding Australian there, really didn't mean it. It's time for your shout-outs and requests. We're passing the show over to you for a bit. Jo Singleton wants to say that she's coming to her first Download Festival and she's bringing the kids. Didn't think that through. Schoolboy error. Terrible joke. Connor Daniels says, please do a shout out for my best friend James Power, who's 18 on Friday, this Friday presumably, and he'll be rocking it out at this year's Download Festival to celebrate. Wicked, see you there. Katie Newerdeck says, shout out to James for our second download together, and to Luke, let's hope he can handle his drink this time. You've been outed on national telly, gutted. Fiona Larwood says, shout out to me as it's my first time at Download and it's my 40th birthday present. Really excited about seeing Fearless Vampire Killers. Hope you enjoyed the chat from earlier then. Jack Richardson says, give a shout out to my wife Roxy for being a top wife and putting up with me. You're celebrating your first anniversary at Download Festival seeing Iron Maiden. Jack's request at the end of that is for She Loves Me Not by Papa Roach. Banger of a tune, any chance to play Papa Roach. She Loves Me Not. Time for one more request. Victoria Louise Smith wants to give a shout out to her husband, Smudge. That can't be not his real name. Love you loads, can't wait for Download, and asks us if we can play Korn. It's for you, Smudge. It's the end of the show. Oh, but never fear, we'll be back next week with Rise to Remain and Bleed From Within. Remember, tickets are still on sale. You do not want to be sat at home watching Dave while Slipknot are blowing stuff up. It'd be horrible. Download festival.co.uk for all the info and ticket links. You know, oh God, what are you going to do? You know, earlier when I said I was rubbish at foreign languages, I lied. Gunat alla durakan semai un min pernis sam tid nesta uka tata. What have you just made me say?